Hi, welcome to Happier Ladies, a podcast where we discuss all things related to the Happier and Happier in Hollywood podcasts.
We're sisters
and super fans
who can't get enough happier.
So we created our own podcast to keep the conversation going.
I'm Malika Yogi, a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a new mom, and an entrepreneur. I'm here with my sister, Azizi Williams.
That's me. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a not-so-new mom, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world.
In this episode, in honor of Halfway Day, we give an update on our 2024 trifecta.
Malika, we received so many listener suggestions about managing storage for different size sheets. So this was something, it was a valley that I gave myself in episode 37. I was struggling with how to tell different size sheets from the other. Like how do you tell a queen size sheet from a king size sheet? And they were just all sort of jumbled up together. And when it was time to find the right size sheet, I just had no strategies. And we got some very helpful suggestions from our listeners, Lynn, Maria, Jill, and Amy, who all shared ideas with us. And the bottom line is that you have to label them somehow, turns out.
Yeah.
That's the only way to know. So here are some of the variations.
One suggestion is writing the letter Q or K on the sheet itself with a permanent marker in an inconspicuous place.
Brilliant.
I think that's probably the most straightforward, like no special supplies, just
a Sharpie.
Exactly.
Go at it. So the next suggestion is writing the size on a label and placing that label in an inconspicuous place.
Another suggestion is to separate the linens into those like reusable cloth backpacks with the drawstrings. They're often given as like swag.
Oh, yeah.
So having like a special little backpack and labeling the backpack with the appropriate size.
Oh, yeah. And this one is TikTok hack. Purchasing a giant elastic band that says queen or king on it and using the band to hold one linen set together. I kind of like this idea. It feels like it's going to keep everything nice and snug and tidy in the closet. I mean, I like all the ideas, but this one I'm curious about how that would change the closet space.
Yeah, I think the key is to have a nicely folded stack. That's not a small thing.
That's not a small thing. And then it gets us into the whole, how do you fold a fitted sheet?
Right.
I'm going to have a whole list of strategies for that. You know how to do that?
I do. You can kind of still tell it's a folded sheet, but I've studied some tips about it and folding in thirds. So I think I got a pretty good handle on it.
Oh, good for you. Well, the next time you're down here, I know what you're going to be doing.
Folding your sheets.
Yes.
That's funny.
So these are great suggestions, and I definitely am going to give them a try. And the next frontier, so all of this labeling got me thinking about packing cubes, which I finally got a set of, by the way. Got a set of packing cubes, shuffling through each cube. So I'm going to try that painter's tape pack that was suggested for the passports. Maybe labeling the cubes with packing tape will help.
Yeah, well, let me know how that goes. And if any listeners have special tips for packing cubes specifically, I'm interested in that too.
Yeah, it's a good travel hack.
So, Azizi, what happened on Happier?
On Happier and More Happier, episode 488, Liz and Gretchen discuss the merits of Halfway Day and give an update on their word of the year, their 24 for 24, and the right 24 and 24. On More Happier, Dr. Becky and Gretchen discuss the 4 tendencies and how to consider them with parents and children.
So Halfway Day is here, which baffles the mind. Halfway Day is, I think it's July 2nd, they said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is the halfway point of the year. which on Gretchen's calendar of catalysts is an opportunity to check in and assess, how is the year going? Is there anything you want to change? Kind of reflect, just take stock.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing that we're already halfway through. That kind of, as Gretchen would say, boggles the mind. But also, it's kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to checking in. So, a little bit later, we're going to share our progress.
Yes.
In honor of Halfway Day. Gretchen spent a lot of time talking about the open door phase that she's in. She announced that she's going to start a new project, diving deeper into the open door phase and getting different perspectives on it. And it made me think of a time when someone shared with me, because one of my daughters is in college. I think my daughters are not the same age, but similar to Gretchen's daughter. So I have one that's in college and then one that has one more year on her way out. And someone else who is in the open door phase of their life said to me, get ready for how you're going to use that extra time. You're going to get some time back and make sure to have an intentional plan for that extra time. And I see that Gretchen is using her time to give back. She shared that she's joining 2 new boards, which is a great way to volunteer towards causes that you care about. So I applaud Gretchen on volunteering, but also on, finding constructive ways to use the time that she gets back during the open door phase. Also, I'm really excited to hear wisdom from others because I have another year. I'm thinking about that year, I'm thinking about next year as planning for the empty nest time, and sort of the perfect timing for me if she comes out with something soon. So I'm looking forward to that.
So on More Happier, Dr. Becky and Gretchen talked about the 4 tendencies, specifically as they relate to parents and children. So Azizi, what are your children? Do you know their tendencies?
I think I do.
Have they taken the quiz?
No, they haven't taken the quiz. I was just thinking this is something we could also do at Thanksgiving. Which we're less than halfway, or more than halfway to Thanksgiving. So it's not too early to pull out our
spreadsheets.
It's not too early to start jotting things down. But I think that Sinai is an upholder and I think Ilea is an obliger based on research and everything I know about those types of tendencies. And it's kind of cool. It's a cool thing to have that framework because it helps me appreciate their strengths and help to think about how to support their challenges and how to help them support their challenges. So Sinai definitely sets her own expectations. And Ilea is all about a community and doing things in groups. And she really lives for that. And that brings her joy. So it was a journey to understand and appreciate those 2 things. But I'll share a quick story about Sinai. When she was maybe 9, maybe 10, I had won this fantastic experience at an auction where we got to make cookies with a chef who was holding a chocolate chip cookie making class in our home. And she was going to be talking about different strategies and different ways, and you get to make cookies and, learn about the science behind it. So it was very exciting. And I was on my way to pick up Sinai for this experience, and I was running late. And I got there and it was clear that we were probably going to be about 15 minutes late to the experience, which is no big deal to me. It's a party, and it's going to be a little casual. And so I didn't anticipate any challenges. And when I went to pick up Sinai, she was so upset that she was going to be late and just declared that she was not going.
Wow.
And I was like, what? You're not going to this auction item that I won for you that's about cookies? She loves dessert. She loves cooking. And she was really adamant. And it turned into a power struggle. And eventually I said, I'm just going to go then. I'm going to go and you're not going to go and you're not going to get to enjoy it. And she was, that's okay.
She didn't.
She wasn't going to be late. It was so important to her to be on time, and she wasn't going to go if she couldn't be on time. And so I learned so much about her in that moment, like being on time, but also that if it was up to her, if she could control it, she would have been on time. Because it was important to her. But yeah, it was fascinating. And I learned to appreciate that and to make a point to try really hard or to at least give her a heads up when things aren't going to go that way or if we have to make a different plan. And I think she's learned to be more flexible also as she's grown, but they are who they are.
Hmm.
Even cookies can't sway her.
Interesting.
So what do you think Indigo is?
I think it's too soon to tell.
Oh, that makes sense.
He's 20 months. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know yet. I think he's very people oriented. So it seems that he's a people person, but I think that could be any
Yes.
tendency. He does not always respond to my expectations, but that feels developmentally appropriate to, to resist,
He is a toddler.
So I don't know really what that means. Let's check in a few years.
I don't know. May not even take a few years. I think we have to track this and report back when you have ideas because it might not even take that long to start to put the pieces together.
It feels like he's got to go through a questioner phase. Like, isn't that the classic toddler thing? Like, why? You know?
Yeah, that's like the preschool, like
He's going to go through that, but will that stick? I don't know.
it's all about doing the thing that is asked or that needs to be done
Right.
and what is around that, how he manages that process.
TBD.
TBD. Okay. What happened on Happier in Hollywood, Malika?
On Happier in Hollywood, episode 372, Sarah and Liz talk about the new consuming phase of their work cycle. Liz shares about a new appreciation for solo outings and gives a recommendation for a documentary about the Brat Pack.
I really resonated with this conversation. In particular, they were talking about how they have to read so many novels, watch television shows. They're trying to find IP or sort of, I guess, understand the field. And in that conversation, Liz talked about how they are tracking or should be tracking or used to track what they were reading and watching so that they could remember later how they felt about something. And I thought this was such a good idea because, especially for me with such a bad memory, I forget what I've read. But often if I just see the title, it brings back memories and it's really helpful just to have those cues. So this is something that I'm going to try to start doing is doing a better job of listing the things that I've read and especially the movies that I've watched because TV shows you tend to remember. You watch a lot of them. But yeah, I really appreciated that.
I like that too. And I do track some things in Notion, my kind of list manager, I don't know, online productivity system thing. I've started keeping track of recommendations that people give me for shows and for books. And then I've added some books in there, but it's not a perfect system. And I think I recently kind of reactivated my Goodreads profile.
Oh, dusted it off.
Yeah, because it feels like it could happen automatically because I'm getting a lot of things through my Kindle reading.
Right.
So it seems like, I don't know, I haven't visited it much, but I see the potential there for keeping like the books I've read for all time,
Liz also talked about going to see Alison Bornstein, a stylist, at an event at Theory. And she talked about what a big step this was for her, and especially going alone and making the choice to go alone from the beginning and then following through and then really enjoying it. And it made me think about my MJ the Musical experience, which I shared about on this podcast, how I decided that I was going to go overnight. Actually, I was going to attend this musical by myself and then spend the night at a hotel and, get some things done that I need to get done. But the part of it being alone or with myself at a musical, that was a first for me. And I also loved it. I had a really good time with myself. So I applaud Liz for exploring the side.
I love doing things by myself.
Yes, you always have. Like you've had a longer history. I don't know, not like that, but I don't remember a time when you struggled doing something for yourself or with yourself.
I think I got into it. I shared about this on an earlier episode when I was in my like dating phase and getting stood up and then choosing to see that as an opportunity to spend time with myself, doing a fun thing. So that's kind of where I guess developed that muscle. And it's interesting now in this parenting phase, Norm and I both end up spending time alone. That's like the only way we can really, not the only way, but the primary way that we can get rest or like do something fun while the other is watching the child. Like
Yeah.
your turn to go do something. And so we'll often each go to the gym, but like Norm likes to go to the movies. He'll do that by himself. I like to go
Oh.
to a bar and like read my Kindle. So it's kind of like our fun time that we're not doing together. We do date nights as well, but it's just a very
Of
normal
course. Yes,
thing.
you guys love each
We
other.
love we like
But
spending time together, but
you do. But when's the last time you did an activity by yourself? Not the gym, because I think most people go to the gym by
that's true.
themselves. But the last time you did something active that was alongside other people.
Well, so recently when I was in Philadelphia, I went to this restaurant, Zahav. It's kind of one of the gems of the city, I've heard, and very good food, very hard to get a reservation. Like you need 3 months time to get a reservation, but they have seats at the bar every night, like 14 seats.
Mm.
So I decided I was going to try and go kind of on the early side. And I did get a table and they have like a fixed menu, like price per person, where it's like full many courses coming out. And I'm like, am I going to do this by myself?
Mm.
Yes, I am. This was a part of my birthday month celebration. And everybody, the staff, they're like, oh, it's just one? Okay. Oh, you're having a night by yourself? Okay, great. That's so great. That's so cool.
This was very like clearly intended to be a meal for a
It's
family.
definitely, I mean, the ethos of it is like sharing food. I think that's a part of the philosophy of
Uh,
the restaurant. So they were very welcoming, of course, but I think the majority of people go there in groups. And the bartender was like very excited that I was having a night, like treating myself. And it was funny because they did bring like so many little dishes. It was more food than I can eat. Like I ate it for the next 2 days, basically. But and the other people at the bar were like looking at me like, wow, what a feast, you know?
Look at her go.
But what was really fun is that at the end of the evening, when I got the bill, the bartender, she's like, I got your martini because you're treating yourself. Like, that's on me.
Aw,
She like treated me to a cocktail because she was really excited by my, I don't know, moxie in eating this whole course, this thing
your
by
gumption.
myself.
That is such a sweet story. Like you took care of yourself and then someone else co-signed that.
Yes.
That's lovely. That's lovely. And I also have this image of you like sitting on a throne being presented dish after dish.
No
Eating a crown.
throne. I have a picture though. I asked the couple next to me to take a picture because there were a lot of plates.
Amazing, Malika. See, even just doing that, asking someone to take a picture of you, that's huge. I would never do that. I would never.
Maybe we can share it on our Instagram.
Oh, that's funny. I want to see that. Well, also in this episode, Liz gave a recommendation about the Brat Pack documentary. And I was so excited because I just read an article about this documentary in the New York Times and it brought back all these memories. Like, I'm a little too young to remember the movies when they were first run, like actually
Mm.
playing. But I do remember my friends' cool older siblings were watching them or making references to them. And so then I'd seen a few, like I saw 16 Candles and Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club, but St. Elmo's Fire, it's a movie that there had been some pop culture references recently and I'd never seen it. So when we were in Philadelphia, I watched it and I was like, oh, now I get it. The soundtrack is amazing. The soundtrack is iconic and I'm just happy to have watched it. It was a good movie. Overall, I'll say it was a good movie. But now I want to watch more. So that's something I want to do before I see the documentary. I want to watch at least, I don't know, 2 or 3 other shows.
I don't remember those movies super well. I'd seen a few of them, but I don't feel like I have a strong connection to the actors in them.
So you won't be on this
I think
journey with me. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, I don't think so.
That's all right. I'm excited.
So Sarah at the end recommended the Echo Show 15, which is a device that she has in her kitchen. It's an Amazon product. It's like a tablet, but it's mounted.
Wow.
And we have one too. I was like, oh my gosh, we have that exact same product. It's pretty cool. Like it's in our kitchen. We got it mainly because we needed a solution for seeing our calendar. Like we have a very robust Google Calendar with like who's going to put Indigo to bed, who's picking up from school, like really detailed every day, and it changes. And so it's really nice to see it in a kind of common place. And then it does have all these other features. So we use it with Norm's mom in particular to do kind of basically like a FaceTime thing, but it's like on the wall in the kitchen, and Indigo can talk to her and vice versa. And it's handy. And we put photos on it. So that's also kind of fun. Instead of having photos on our refrigerator, we have photos there in the kitchen, and it kind of is always changing, playing a slideshow of different memories. And that's fun to look at with the baby too.
Our calendar is a paper that I ripped out of a calendar and I tape it to the wall in the hallway.
That works
and then I
too.
scratch out things that aren't true anymore and then add things to it. That's how we all stay on the same page. It's working just fine because I like manage everyone's schedules, so it's fine. No one else is necessarily adding to it. And it's funny because Ilea is the most tech savvy of all of us. And she's got, I don't know, an Amazon product in her bedroom that has a small screen. And she had a dot and she moved the dot out to the living room, which nothing has happened to it. It's just sitting there doing no jobs. But she likes to talk to Alexa and get the weather and all that stuff. It's kind of cool. So let's take a break. And when we get back, we'll dig into our trifecta.
Azizi, how's your dinner game these days?
Well, Malika, I used to struggle with what to cook for dinner.
You're cooking now?
Okay. Actually, my husband used to struggle with what to make for dinner. I mean, meal planning, grocery lists, yuck. But then we found Prep Dish. It's a weekly meal planning service that tells you exactly what to cook. And now they've partnered with Instacart, so your grocery list becomes a ready-to-go online cart.
Oh, what's in your cart, Azizi?
All of the Prep Dish ingredients, plus I can add energy drinks, chili crisp, lipstick, whatever, and check out in just a few clicks. Shopping online is so fun. The meals are family-friendly, healthy, and super easy to prep. Dinner is easy to make, and now we look forward to new tasty meals.
Prep Dish is offering our listeners 2 weeks free. Just head to prepdish.com/happierladies to sign up. Again, that's prepdish.com/happierladies.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
We are back with our 24 for 24 and WOFTY update. WOFTY is word of the year. Azizi, you are up first. Remind us, what is your word of the year?
My word of the year was soar.
Yeah, what does that mean to you?
I wanted a reminder to kind of rise above and to push myself further and to not get bogged down, and images of birds and things, people flying. And yeah, so I think it's going okay. I do actually think about it. I reflect on it. Every now and again, I put a picture of a bird on my notes pad when I'm taking notes. So I think it's doing its job.
Excellent. And how is Write 24 and 24 going?
I'm definitely writing more than I used to. I try to write a little bit every night. I decided I was going to do 2 + 4, which is 6 minutes, which is just the right amount of time before I fall asleep. And this year, I usually get one journal, like I think they're called like the A5 size journal. I usually have one for the year, but I've already used up all the pages and, half the year. So that means I'm writing twice as much as I had in the past. So that's going well also.
Okay. Well, let's dig into your list, 24 for 24. Number 1 is intermittent fasting.
It's going fairly well. I'd say when I'm in work mode, that's my go-to. I have the window of hours that I eat. It's the vacation and summer mode. That's not going so good, but so far so good.
Plan a photo book party.
So, Malika, this is not resonating with me anymore at all. And I'm actually going to take liberties to replace it. So, check back in a couple of days. I'm going to add something new there for the next half of the year because I just have no interest in this.
We were going to do that together.
Were you looking forward to it?
I mean,
all right. Well, never mind. Leave it there. I just thought, no one wants to do this. Malika doesn't want to do this. Do you want to do this?
We can talk about it later. I think you should replace it with something that you feel passionate about.
Well,
and I can include you in whatever I end up doing.
Let's talk later. Okay. We'll talk later about this. All right.
Number 3 is auto camp reservation.
So maybe this is the one I'll replace because what I did was give that responsibility to our mother who holds the gift certificate. I fulfilled my obligation of pursuing it and now it's in their court. So this is one that I can take off.
Do you want to take it off or just count it as done?
I should count it as done, right? That's the win. I should count that as a win. Okay.
Yes, that's the win. Launch Sinai's college journey.
It's launched. Yay.
Okay.
We're seeing colleges. It's happening.
Invite awe.
I've done a forest bath and I still want to do a full moon hike and a sound bath. So yes, that's in progress.
Read 12 books.
I got off to a slow start, but I'm at 4 and there's still hope. There's still hope now. So that's in progress.
Celebrate your birthday month.
I did that. It was very fun.
Quintile planning.
In progress and no looking back will probably be how I live my life now.
A massage times 6.
Yeah, this is not going so well. It turns out maybe I'm not as excited as I thought I would be to get massages. I might leave it there. I might replace it. I don't know. I've done one.
Making dinner and eating dinner around the table.
This is in progress. And in fact, I'm making dinner again tonight and maybe we'll eat at the table so I can tick off another box.
Keep dentist appointment.
I have one in a couple of weeks. And so this is important for me to remember to not cancel it with any last minute stuff.
Gratitude retreat.
I did that.
Number 13, Pasadena Pride.
Yeah. Not so good here. I haven't done any of the things on the list that I was going to do a deep dive into Pasadena, which is our hometown. It's where I live. Going to the Norton Simon Museum, walking at Eaton Canyon, the Rabbit Museum up in Altadena. I've done none of those things. So I need to kick it into high gear. I still really want to accomplish these things.
Maybe you can make it like in 1 month, like a concentrated time.
I thought it was going to be summer and gosh, summer is just slipping away. So I need to put it on the calendar, each of these things. So maybe that's what I'll do next.
Number 14 is put some rules around sugar.
Right. So the idea was that I have a sweet tooth and it can really get away from me. And I want to have some guidelines for myself around it. I have to say I haven't made much progress with this, but still something important to me. So I'm going to keep it on the list.
15 is adulting. Life insurance, taxes, retirement, real ID. So many things.
All of the things. I'm just going to be an adult this year is what's going to happen. I have a plan to get the real ID when I take Sinai to get her driver's test. I'll already be at the DMV, so that would be a travesty to not do it. The other things are in progress, I can say.
No Spin January.
Did that.
Passport.
Did that.
Happiness project work.
In progress.
Yes. 24 dates with Grayson.
In progress. It's happening.
Nice. Number 20, 4 day trips with the girls.
You know, when I first put this out, I was thinking to do day trips with both of them at the same time. And that just turned out to be really difficult. So I have done day trips. I think I've done 1 or 2 with them together. I did one with just Sinai, and I have one more planned. So this is in progress.
Establish weekly strength training.
It's in progress.
Okay. Beach 12 times and Huntington 12 times.
Mostly I'm doing this. There were a couple of months, especially in the winter, when I didn't make it to the beach, but most months I'm making it. So this is in progress.
Great. Number 23, publish an essay.
No, haven't done this. I did identify a journal that I can write to, and it's still something that I want to try to commit to. So on my list.
And number 24 is bedtime routine.
I have a routine. It puts me in bed by 11:30. I can't
Okay.
seem to get that hour back. So I, on average, have 7 hours of sleep a night. Is that a bad thing? I don't
No,
know. That's just what I do.
I think if you feel rested during the day, then 7 hours is great.
It's iffy. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but I just don't know where I'm going to squeeze an extra hour. So that might just be, I'm going to count it as done.
Well, Azizi, this is great. You're making really good progress on this list as a whole.
Thank you, Malika. Yeah, I feel good about it. And I have a whole pile of things that I wanted to start considering for next year. So it's early and it's funny because I now say, well, nope, can't do that because I already have the list of things. So that's got to wait.
That's great.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Okay, we're back and it's Malika's turn to give her update on the trifecta. So, Malika, what was your WOFTY?
My WOFTY is yogi because I wanted to really get into yoga again and think about this is the yoga, applying it to different areas of my life. It's going well. It's still very much at the forefront. I recently did a day trip to Kripalu, which is a yoga retreat center in the Northeast that is actually a listener recommended that I go there, and it's just delightful. It really is like the place to be a yogi. Like that's what it's all about. So it was like a very inspiring and energizing trip that kind of helped me remember why I want to do this, and also just showed me like there's this great resource that's like an hour away from me where I can get a lot of support around this goal. So I think that is going strong. I don't have a symbol for it. I was never really clear on what that would be, like a daily reminder. Although one of my coworkers, shout out to Vanessa, she's a quilter and she made a little patch for me that says, be the yogi. And it has a dog doing a down dog on a mat. So that actually can be the symbol. I put it up in my office. It's really cute. I'll share a picture of it. So I do have that symbol.
That's so fun. And Kripalu sounds amazing. The way you described it, I think you shared some photos. It looks like a beautiful place where you can revisit in your life. How's Right 24 and 24 going?
So it's going okay. And that's actually, I included it in my 24 for 24. Goal was to write 2 to 4 minutes a day in a planner. So I'm not really tracking it, but I am doing it most days, especially Monday through Friday.
Well, that's good. That's a win.
It's felt very important for my mental mapping of the day. So I'm definitely doing that.
Should we get into your 24 for 24?
Let's do it.
Okay, number 1, travel 4 times with family, 4 times with just Malika and Norm, and Montreal.
All right. So this is on track. We've done 2 family trips. One of those was to Montreal, and Norm and I have done 2 solo trips, and the others are mapped out in the year. So that's going well.
Great. Number 2, in-person yoga, Pilates, Qigong times 36.
So I think I'm on track here too. I've gone to 17 classes. I feel like I could up this to 50, but maybe I should hit 36 first. I don't know. It's mostly been yoga. I went to 1 Qigong class. I haven't gone to any Pilates classes.
That's okay. You gave yourself options.
Yes.
Number 3, daily yoga practice.
This I have not kept up. So I don't know if I will even want it anymore. Like maybe the bar wasn't low enough. I don't know.
You can do 1 pose when you wake up in the morning.
I know. I should try to keep it going. I have been doing something. I have this acupressure mat that I lie on every night now. That's not yoga, lying on a top of an acupressure mat.
Shavasana, right?
Shavasana while I'm watching Sex in the City. I think the idea of like just doing something soothing for myself
I
before
see.
bed, that is kind of what this has evolved into. But I'll still keep it in there. It's still an aspiration. And I think just even like one simple pose, I should just start tracking it because it's a little murky, the dailiness of it.
You could even just change the title, like a daily soothing body practice.
Yeah, true.
Number 4, write 2 to 4 minutes a day in a planner.
Yes, doing that.
Number 5, monthly style goals, leggings, Bo Johnson, Brie Virgin River.
All right. Well, this has evolved. So I was medium doing this, but I think our big deep dive into style investigation, our big deep dive into personal style, I'm going to cross this off. This has been happening and more will come, but I feel like I've made big strides here.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 6, start and finish the Happiness Project Revisited.
I'm still in it. We're still in it.
We are in it. It's happening.
This podcast is a huge accountability partner, and you are. So we're checking in with the things.
Right. Yeah.
I think my level of engagement is maybe a little bit lower than I imagined it would be in terms of engaging with the community aspect, but we're still on the map.
Number 7, monthly friend dates.
Yes, this is happening.
Number 8, campus museum.
Have not visited the campus museum yet.
Okay, put that on the calendar. Number 9, try other options in the dining hall is crossed out.
It's crossed out here. I have done it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Crossed out because you've done it.
Yes.
Maybe. 10, dramatically reduce paper towel use.
I'm on the journey. We got a cool alternative paper towel thing that's actually on a roll. It goes right on the paper towel roll, which is helpful.
That sounds like a product Sarah was talking about. I think she uses these for usable.
I found something similar to what she was recommending. So I wouldn't say we've dramatically reduced paper towel use, but we are actively exploring alternatives.
Wow. Well, that's very noble. Tell me more about that because I think I might want to add that to my list next year. Let's see. Once a month, live performance, play, music, dance.
This is medium. I've seen a couple things, I believe, or maybe just one. I'm not sure. So I'm not tracking well, but it's not going the way I hoped it would.
Track that.
Which is informative.
Number 12, send out resumes to local theaters.
Have not done this yet.
Okay, still time. 13, acting class or workshop, sign up or create something. Ooh.
Have not done this.
Okay. 14, 6 spa moments, facial, soak, massage.
I am on track here. I think I've had 3.
Okay.
So this tracks with halfway day.
It does. See, you could do the massages. Why can't I? I'm so happy for you. 15, spare time bowling alley trivia night.
Have not done this yet.
Still time, Malika.
I
This is
know.
why we are checking in. Still time on all of these things. 16, Ayurveda workshop.
Haven't done this, but I'm going to count this that I'm in it because I have gotten a couple more books and I've actually been reading them.
Oh, that's great. You're doing your own research.
Yes.
Great. Where was this workshop going to happen? Had you identified a workshop?
I had not.
Okay.
I was just open to that. And actually, at Kripalu, they have a lot of Ayurveda focused experiences. I did an Ayurvedic facial while I was there.
Kind of towards your facial.
Yes.
I bet you can find things on YouTube also that you could count as a workshop.
I did start a YouTube workshop.
There you go. Okay, number 17 is Manifesto.
The idea is to make a document about what I'm eating and what I want to eat. So Norm and I did make one. Am I following it?
I don't know. Are you?
No.
No.
So this is actually kind of tied in now to the Ayurveda exploration. The more I'm learning about it, what you eat is a big part of the system. So I wouldn't say I've done the manifesto, but it's in progress. I feel it's working.
Well, I would count that. It doesn't say follow it. It just says it. So you wrote it out. You could count that. 18, mail mastery, physical inbox 0, 2 times a month.
This is a no.
Oh no, you had your whole system.
I know, and we haven't done it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep trying. Number 19, estate planning.
This is underway. We have engaged an attorney. So we're starting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Number 20, one time a month piece of artwork on the wall.
This is happening. And shout out
Oh,
to him. He's doing a lot of the putting things up and getting
yeah.
things framed. So I feel like maybe I've manifested it. I haven't actually done much for this, but it's happening in my life.
You verbalized it. You wrote it down. I'm sure you shared that with him. That counts. Doesn't say how the artwork gets on the walls, just that there would be artwork. I look forward to seeing this when I come visit you
Yes.
in a few weeks. 21, indie family photo project.
Okay. Well, I have not started this yet. This is what I was hoping we could work on together.
Okay, I see.
So TBD.
Well, let's schedule it for when I'm there. I'm going to have a whole week. Let's have our photo planning party together. Number 22, host friends 4 times or initiate gathering.
I've been initiating gatherings, smaller things. So I think I don't really want to have a big gathering.
It doesn't say it has to be big anywhere here. It just says host friends or initiate gathering.
I'm doing this then.
Good.
I don't know if it's 4 times. I think at least twice I've done it this year.
Okay, you're halfway there.
Yes.
Create a birthday month experience.
Today's the last day of my birthday month as we're recording this, and it's
Yay.
been a lot of fun. A really good time.
24, romanticize the weekend.
Yes. Been doing this, bringing a little more structure to the weekend has helped it feel more romantic and like fun, making sure our bucket list things are getting worked in. So I feel good about this.
Well, congratulations, Malika. You are making progress.
Yay.
There's still a lot to do, but you are in the middle. So there is plenty of time to accomplish your goals.
Well, let us know how you are doing on your 24 for 24 list, and we will cheer you on.
Yes, we will.
Let's take a break, and when we get back, we will talk about our peaks and valleys. We are back, and it's time for peaks and valleys, because in life, there are always peaks and valleys. Azizi, you are up today with a peak.
My peak is you, Malika. Yay.
Aww.
You were so great. You picked up my daughter who's in New York. She's feeling under the weather. She needed medicine. You got medicine for her, even though it's your birthday and your birthday, celebration. But that was very meaningful to me. I know it was to her to have that family touch when she's far away from home. And I know that it'll help boost the rest of her experience now that she's had time with you and now that she's got cough medicine. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. It was so fun to see her. And it was like my birthday treat to have brunch with a budding food writer.
Yes.
It was fun. I love hanging out with Sinai.
It wasn't easy. There are a lot of logistics to overcome. So thank you for persisting. What's your valley?
So my valley is that when I was traveling recently, well, there's actually a few valleys here if we want to really get into it.
Buckle up, everyone.
I'll say my flight was canceled after being delayed several times. And I actually had to spend the night at the airport, which I've never done before. And I don't recommend that. Fortunately, I was by myself. I didn't like it, but I think if I had Indigo with me, it would have been a much more intense situation. So in this process, my luggage got lost and I ended up having to take a train home without my luggage. And
oh boy,
it took many days, but I did get my luggage back. So I have it now. So here's the valley, is that I am caught in this place between just being like, I'm over this, because this was like my singular pursuit for multiple days, was like trying to find the luggage, making all these calls,
right?
Really trying to figure this out and get my stuff. I'm caught between being just like, I'm so done with this. I don't even want to think about it again. It already took up way more time than I wanted. And then on the other side, I feel like I want there to be justice, like not in a big capital J justice way, but like, I know that because of the amount of time my bag was gone, that I'm entitled to some compensation. And I actually did have to buy a couple things that I needed because they were in the bag. So I know that I could go through more steps. And for instance, even just getting reimbursed for the cost that I paid to check the luggage. But this is a lot of hassle to do these things. And like, will I be okay if I don't get money because my bag was gone? Absolutely. But like, there is a part of me that really wants to follow through and like feel justified. And I just don't know if it's worth it. Then the valley is like not being able to move on. I feel like there's this big thing I need to do still. And another part of me is like, just let it go. You got your bag, lady.
Maybe you can put some time parameters on that part. Like, I will spend 2 more hours pursuing a refund or credit. And then after that, let it go. But I get it. It was horrific. You had some sort of slumber party with a lot of other people.
Yeah.
At the airport. So many people were impacted by this cancellation, and I get it. I'm curious, there might be listeners who have ideas or suggestions or who have navigated this valley before and have some tips to share. I probably wouldn't because I just don't have the time for it and I don't have the mental space for it, but I get it if it's going to make you feel better in the end to pursue it, then it might be worth it to you.
I'll let you know what happens.
Okay.
Well, that brings us to the end. Azizi, let's leave on a happier thought. What are you going to try this week?
I'm going to try to watch a Brat Pack movie. I'm on this journey. I'm excited for it. What about you, Malika?
I think I'm going to try getting back into my daily yoga pose or moment.
Or rename it something else and you're doing it.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to this episode. You can find our show notes in the episode description. If you like us, rate, review, and tell a friend, and don't forget to follow us.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com and tell us something you liked about Happier and Happier in Hollywood this week.
Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum, and our theme music was created by Wyatt Muncie.
And we also want to give a special shout out to Gretchen Rubin, Liz Croft, and Sarah Fain for inspiring our conversation each week.
You can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com. All right, Azizi, have a happier week.
Have a happier week, Malika.
Bye.
Bye.
Will you say your bye again?
Oh, okay. Bye.
Okay. Just in case it cut out on my end, but
yes.
Okay, let me hit the stop.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.